probably hear the mosquitoes buzzing. They're starting to swarm me. Okay, roughly right in here, she had her little claw stick. She was digging. But I'm probably just covering it right back up. Without a metal detector, you just don't know. That one time I came up here and I went like that, and boom, I hit the stake. That was just a total lucky. Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard to say. I'm probably covering it right back up. I just don't know. I don't want to tear it up too much. But anyways, maybe it was over here. I don't think it was. It was like right in here somewhere. Yep, there's a mosquito in the ear. That didn't take long. Yeah, I just don't know, but I don't think there's much. And then obviously we will remember that the third one is over here. So yeah, they'll probably have to, you guys will have to bring your metal detector back up, and because I just can't tell, you know, if anything, if that pin's there or not. I need to get me one. I used to have one a long time ago, and I don't know whatever happened to it. I'd like to go up there and look for the bullet. Chances are the bullet is laying up there in that area somewhere, because it probably would have not traveled very far. You know what? Something I want to do. Let's go up here. I want to look in this area at branches to see if you can see maybe where a bullet would have hit the branches. You know, after like from an exit type wound. I mean, it wouldn't have much power left, depending on the size of the gun, I guess. But I wanted to check and just see if there's a possibility of it. Might see a mark in a branch, or just a quick look at that, and then I'll shut the camera down. Now I'm going to look around for a while. Okay, now here's the roots, and I'm thinking this is somewhere right in here is where the remains were found. But let's just theorize here. And I know each week I throw my, basically what I do is I come up with all these different scenarios, throw them against the wall, and then you just, you know, if anything sticks, kind of thing. I mean, I don't even know if I'm even in the ballpark on any of this. But, you know, I base it off of what I find each week, what people are talking about, you know, and then I rethink things, you know. Like originally, you know, I really felt that the tree swing was an area of importance, but I'm not saying it's not known to the family, but I don't think it's anything. I don't think anything happened over there. Yeah, I don't see any marks. You know, because if you had a bullet pop out, you know, it could be, you might see a mark in a tree somewhere. Nope. Don't see anything. It's just a thought, and it was something I did want to check. But no, with those guys having that metal detector, they can come in here and possibly find, you know, because the bullet may have just went through and then kind of plopped out, you know. Or if it was still lodged, but then as the body, you know, as things decayed, it would have fell out. Or they might find it in pig poop somewhere. Okay, well that was just a thought. I thought I wanted to quick check them. Just wanted to make sure there's no evidence of like where a bullet might have struck something. What's that up there? Yeah, that's just a yellow mark. Yeah, I don't see anything. No, don't see anything. I mean, it's just a wild idea. But yeah, back on my, like I said, I do a lot of theorizing. And, I'm probably totally wrong on almost all of it. But I just base it off of, the changing storylines and the things that we're finding out up here. But I'm really starting to feel like that, I think I'm going to lean to this is where, the remains were definitely up front here by the trail. And I'm just not sure why they marked that area off with those crime numbers back there in the field, with that silver pin. It does seem to give it some significance. But that might be maybe later they got the exact information of where Chris found the dry bag. Maybe that is actually where he actually found the dry bag. And maybe that's why they put those numbers there. If it was them. There's still some theory that all these orange circles and stakes are planted just to distract as a hoax, which I don't think they're the laundries. I mean, they seem to be like they was wanting to keep that stuff hidden for some reason. And if it was a hoax, I don't think they'd have been so, worried about it. So, boy, look how bad that's tore up. And that looks like there was a herd of cows in here. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, with it being this dry, these pigs are just going to come, they're going to come through here and just destroy this dirt. Never know, they might turn up a gun though, or other items, because they're in here rooting this all up. Geez, this is crazy. They're definitely spending time. They must be in here at night when there's not people here. But anyway, we're following the drainage canal back. Let's quick walk back to where the, we'll just go ahead and let this video run, I guess. See, this is all dried out in here. And I mean, if somebody wanted to come up here with a rake and sift through all these leaves, since this is where everything drained and flowed, I mean, there's a good possibility that there's stuff embedded. I don't think a gun would float this. Well, I know a gun wouldn't float this far, but there could be other items that's buried in all this muck. Dig that out. Yeah, we're coming back here. Roughly getting to the area. This is where the water bottle was found. Look how dry it is back here. Wait till you see this out in here. This is crazy. I kind of noticed it when I was watching their video last night. But boy, when you see it in life, it's crazy. But yeah, this is the tree where she walked across and found the water bottle. She just kind of went plowing through here, roughly. And then she stumbled on it. It's like right in here somewhere. Back here, I think, actually. Ooh, what was that? Felt something kind of hard down there. I mean, that's the thing. I don't think he did anything back here, though, because I mean, I don't know if there'd be at this point, I don't think there's a gun back here. Because I think what he did up there. I think this is just going to be stuff. Okay, what was that? That wasn't a rattle, was it? I don't think so. Thought I heard a rattle, like a snake, rattlesnake. Yeah, with the cooler temperatures, they might still be out warming themselves out, so I gotta be careful. But no, what I was saying is I think everything just, followed this drainage canal back. And so if there was any items, this is those trees where they found those gator bones that they thought might be something. Yeah. So anyway, okay, we're back at the pin's location. This was the first pin that we found, the silver pin with the crime scene numbers. That was roughly right in here somewhere. So I'm wondering if this isn't, yeah, see, it's even getting hard to even find that now because you can't see the spray paint anymore. Oh wait, yeah, I can. Just as soon as I said that. Yeah, right here. I should put something in here just so we know, or let me find a reference. Let's see, this tree, I don't know, nothing real good. I guess straight across from them branches right there until the laundries come up and move all those branches. Yeah, you can see quite a bit of orange paint in here now. So this is where the orange pin originally was. So I'm starting to think that this might be where he actually, because if you look from here, just over there, that's only like 50 feet. To where they said originally the dry bag was found. He might have actually found it right here. And then this is why this was marked off. Because there is just no way, when you look at that footage, guys, I'm telling you, there's nothing back here. They're not back here with vehicles. Now they did come back here and cut branches, but I'm almost sure if that wasn't the park just did that. And that was possibly prior, or maybe it was just, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But when you look at that footage, all their work is up front there. And you don't see people back here walking around at all. You don't see anybody back here. You don't see nothing going on both days, the 20th and the 21st. So what I'm thinking is rather than him finding the dry bag over here that was originally thought. Now I know that Fox News guy told those guys, but that's kind of like the game telephone. Sometimes things can change, so you just don't know. But roughly in this area, and then they were claiming the remains, were right there. And then this is the spot right here where the picture was taken, where the parents are holding the bag and then they walk back this way, back that way. So we're pretty much just saying everything we've said all along, but that's kind of all we can do at this point. But yeah, when you watch that footage, you'll notice that there was just nothing going on back here. I thought at one part, I paused it and I saw possibly a gator, one of those ATV gators, parked like right along here. And maybe a couple people in it. But outside of that, I didn't see anything going on back here the entire time. And I actually took a screenshot of it, and then I listed like where all the items are and what took place on that screenshot. And yeah, there's just nothing going on back here. So I find it hard to believe if the remains were back here, because it's very accessible back here. They would have been able to drive back here, set tents up right here, could have set a tent up right here, and they could have drove all the equipment back. And the other thing to remember is you literally walk straight through here. This is the path Chris took. I mean, within 50 to 75 yards, you're right back on the trail. And if they really wanted to get back here, they simply would have just cut a path, just cut some of the brush, and you'd be right back out on the trail. This is actually closer to the trail here, to the service trail, than it is up there where the crime circles are. So that's just something to keep in mind. So if they wanted to get back here, let's say there was remains back here, and they wanted to get back here, they could have easily brought their equipment back here. So that's not even an issue. I mean, it could have been wet and a little bit more muddy, but they still would have been able to get back here, I feel. Because we were up here that following day, you know what I mean? And it was dry. It was pretty dry. So, but Yeah, we had noticed that there were some limbs like cut in here somewhere, possibly. But that could have all just been work from the park, you know, prior. But then you think they would have found him, so if they were up here working. So I don't know. But this video is probably over half hour long now, 40 minutes. So how about let's find an ending spot here. I'm going to look around. And then obviously I'll pop back on in a little bit. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go out in here and look around just a little bit. I don't think there's anything that would be back here is something that would float, would be lightweight, would have come from his, you know, his belongings. That's a good possibility of that. You know, so there could be some of that stuff back here. But as far as any weapons or anything heavy like that, that's all going to be up front somewhere. So with that being said, I'm going to come over here in the shade. Oh, and a good thing, no mosquitoes so far. I did run into a little bit right up there. Up there, you know, up there where the crime circles were. But back here, it's great. So, plus, like I said, I took a bath and off, so maybe that has something to do with it. But, and until later, we'll see you later. I got it.